Okay, welcome to the next tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to quickly add the wheels and the fuel tank and parent them to the legs before we move on to starting the main body. Okay, what we need to be able to do is create the wheels and the fuel tank. So we'll do the wheels first, but just before we do that we're going to ensure that the parenting is all correct. I created these as my parents. This is a child of this parent, this is a child of this parent, and the same with the opposite side. So that's working good. Okay, I'm going to get a view, side view, A, and add a cube. And sorry, not a cube, my mistake. A, add a cylinder. And I need to rotate that cylinder on the y-axis. So rotate Y 90, bring it out, resize it down. I'm going to go, view, front view, and zoom up. Go to edit mode, press A to deselect, press B and select this side vertices here. I'm going to move that in till it's about a centimetre away. And then I'm going to press S for size, bring it, make it a bit larger, E to extrude the region out, E to extrude the region out a bit more, S for size, so there's my wheel. We need to do the interior hubcap though, so I'm just going to get into a view so I can see it very easily. I'm going to press E to extrude a little bit, S for size, come in a bit, and then E and extrude the region down. Often when you're going down, what you should be doing is perhaps coming onto the side view here, so you can go as deep into the wheel as you feel that you need to, but you can actually see what's going on. I'm going to go halfway into the wheel, and then press E to extrude the region again, go up a little bit, resize it in to the center, and again I can come down to the side here and see where I want that to be. I'm just going to have a slight incline, and I'm going to press E to extrude the region up a little bit. There's pretty much my finished wheel, so I'm going to go back to object mode. I'm going to then, I want to duplicate that, so I'm going to go view, side view. I'm going to press Shift D to duplicate, Shift D to duplicate, Shift D to duplicate. I've got now 4 wheels. I need to select these two, move them across to the other side, and I'm actually looking at these views at the moment to make sure I'm pretty close. I'm going to rotate on the Z-axis 180 degrees and turn them around, and then all I've got to do now is come around like this and bring them down. I'm going to go back to side view, because what I'm actually going to want to do is select these wheels and bring them up a bit, and use these views to ensure that my wheels are comparatively the same distance apart. Okay, the next thing we need to do is, if my truck tries to move at the moment, the wheels won't move as well. So I need to right click a wheel, press Control, right click the body of the wheel, press Control P and make parent. Control P, make parent. Right click the wheel, press Shift, right click the middle part, Control P, make parent. Same with the other side, right click the wheel, press Shift, right click the middle part, Control P, make parent, right click this wheel and this part, Control P, make parent. If I've done that right, I should be able to now move the wheel, and the wheel should move with us. We're going to now right click the wheel, we're going to click on our shading and our material buttons and add new, click on our colors. I want a fairly dark grey. I'm going to select the hexadecimal code and copy it and press enter, and then I'm going to go to the next wheel, say add new, and copy the hexadecimal code in. Go to the next wheel, add new, copy the hexadecimal code in, next wheel, add new, copy the hexadecimal code back in. Okay, at the moment we've got 4 wheels. We also need a fuel tank for, if we look back on our Optimus Prime, we'll see that there's a fuel tank up near the wheels up here, and it's a nice shiny silver one. So I'm going to go back to side view, and that's something that I encourage you every single time to do, is always go back to a view, A to deselect. I'm going to add a cylinder. Rotate the cylinder on the x-axis 90 degrees, resize it down, and it pretty much is a case of placing the cylinder on the wheel and then extruding one end of it like so. And it all depends upon how fancy you would like to get with your cylinder and how big you want it to be. You can just make the cylinder and put it on the side there, and that's like the fuel tank. On the flip side, some people might want to actually size it down a little bit and then go to side view. And a cylinder, actually, it's not just a full cylinder, and little detail in a model adds realism. So I'm going to press A to deselect, I'm going to press B, I'm going to select my cylinder here, and I'm actually going to get a little bit closer, press E to extrude out, size it down a bit, E to extrude out, press S for size, oops, E to extrude, S for size, extrude it out, extrude it out again, press S for size, might size it in a bit, E to extrude it, and then E to extrude it once more, and size it out, and E to extrude it. So I've got a bit of a piston type fuel tank cylinder. I'm going to go to object mode, select it, make it a bit smaller, and the last thing I need to do is 2 things. I need to actually first of all shift D and duplicate it, select this cylinder, make it appropriate size, same with the other one, and I need to parent it to the wheel. Same deal, I need to take this one, take it to the other side, drag it down, like so, and select it and parent it to the wheel. So now we've got some cylinders from fuel tanks, and either side of the wheel moves, it'll move with us. That's all for this tutorial. In the next tutorial we'll start looking at the body.